Hello, welcome. Today I'm with Mr. Horry. So today we're going to be talking about the classes he teach, and yeah, so
Yes.
yeah. So what are the classes that you teach?
So I teach 5 different classes. I teach robotics engineering. I teach design thinking and prototype creation, which you can think of kind of like a woodshop class. I teach intro to computer science. I teach intro to video production, and I teach advanced video production and broadcasting.
Which is this class that we're doing right now.
Correct.
So what do you do in the different classes? Like,
Which class do you want to start at?
let's start with design thinking and prototyping.
Excellent. So design thinking and prototype creation is a class. It's a half credit class, so you meet half the days, and it is. I've turned it into a woodshop class, right? So for half the year we learn about all the different tools in the woodshop. That's you see the background right now. Learn all the different tools, and then make woodshop projects. This year we're doing an acoustic speaker, so that's going to be pretty cool. And then the second half of the year we look at 3D modeling, and we use Fusion 360 to do that. And then we use our 3D printer and create projects with that. And then at the end of the year, we do a capstone project where you can use any of the techniques, tools that you have learned throughout the year, and you make your own thing, right? You plan it out, you design it, you sketch it out, and then you fabricate it, you create it, and you get to keep that thing. And I think it's a really cool experience to have.
So, what's like your favorite class to teach?
My favorite, they're all so different. The cool thing about the position I'm in is that each class is very different, right? So I like the advanced video class because you guys are doing your own thing, right? I like the woodshop class because we get to build stuff. Robotics is fun because, robots are cool, right? Intro is intro, so it's all cool. I like it. Yeah.
So, what does the intro class do? The intro.
Do you want the comp sci or do you want the video broadcasting?
Video. We'll do video broadcasting first.
Sure. Okay. So the intro video production class is a new class this year that we, in conjunction with the advanced class, a new set of classes this year that is designed to really give you the basic introductory skills that you need to do video production, right? So we talk about editing, we talk about production, pre-production, post-production. So it allows us to talk about the different parts of production, pre-production, post-production, shooting, all the different parts, and gives us a really solid foundation. Part of that class is also the morning announcements, so you should be seeing those very soon if you haven't already seen those in your classes. The intro class does have some responsibilities on learning the different parts and being part of that production process. So.
Yeah, and I've taken I think all of your classes, right?
Did you take my computer? Yeah, you took my
yeah.
computer. Yeah. Blake's taken all of them.
I've taken all of his classes. So, yeah. So advanced video production, that's what we're in now. It's like intro, right? It's basically intro, except there's like a few more things added to it.
So the cool thing about the advanced video production, right, is that I really try to empower each and every one of you to create your own projects, right? And so each of them have been, and you might have seen it on this YouTube page, been in charge of designing and implementing their own project that they want to do. So they make a project proposal every quarter. They say, this is what I want to do. I want to create an episode of a talk show, or I want to make a series of videos. And you're responsible every 10 work days to create an episode of that. So it's really cool because it empowers each individual student to do interesting and cool and meaningful things and meaningful video projects throughout the year. We also, again, have responsibilities to the new studio, so you guys are leading that effort to get it up and running, and then showing the intro class how to really run that correctly. So that too.
And then robotics engineering.
So robotics engineering is an honors course. We build robots. Short answer of it, right? So Blake took that last year. We do physical structures first. We talk about what makes a structure strong with our Vex robotics pieces, and then we move into computational robotics. So how do we program robots to work? We do several projects throughout the year. We end the year with BattleBots. BattleBots are fun. Blake did not win his tournament, but that's okay. We are going to. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
That was probably my favorite class of like all of the classes that you taught.
Sure. Yeah, it's a hard class, right?
Yeah.
It's a hard class, but you get to build robots, right? So, that's cool.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
And then computer science.
Yes.
Intro to computer science class.
Yeah. So
is there an advanced class to that also?
There are advanced classes to computer science. I do not teach those. Mr. Lindy does.
Oh. Okay.
So if you're interested in going beyond the intro to computer science classes, is who you should talk to. I teach the intro classes. Intro classes are great for those students who know that computer science is a huge part of our society. Look around us. We're all surrounded by computers, right? And want to have an introduction to all the different parts of computer science. So we talk about problem solving. We talk about basic design principles. We talk about web development. We talk about video game development. This year we're adding an AI section because that's been a thing, as your English teachers might know. So we talk about all that and how we get a broad understanding of those concepts. So, it's a cool class.
Yeah. I think probably the aspect of like being able to build the robots and robotics engineering. Also, in advanced video production, like just having that kind of like free will to like do what you want and everything.
By the time you're in advanced video, right, I trust you enough or you are empowered enough, you're enabled enough that you need to know what you're doing and you need to be able to do it. So it really gives you an opportunity as a student to create your own meaningful project. And I think that's really important. Side note for the advanced class. You can take it multiple times for credit. So if you really like the advanced class, next year, take it again, right? And the way the class is set up, it's totally fine because you can just do different projects, right? And do more advanced projects and harder projects. And guess what? You can take it a third time, right? So you can take it as many times as you want, and we can keep building on your successes and make it even better. So
I did not know that.
Yeah, fun fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I might see Blake again next year. No, that would be good.
And then the computer science, that was really fun to just to code and like build a game, because that was like our end goal, right? It was just to build our own game.
Yep.
Which that was fun. I don't actually think I got my game built, but I'm
not gonna say anything.
Some of I don't know how many. That was like that class it was fun, but it was very difficult for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, for normal people it might be difficult, but for like science geeks and stuff like that. And also,
it's a different skill set, right?
Yeah.
Like it's definitely a different skill set, and that's something that we work on, right? And that's why it's an intro class, right? Maybe it's not your skill set, but now you've seen the basics of it, right? And you're aware of it, and that's valuable, right? Yeah. And maybe you're not going to be a computer science major, but that's okay, right? Yeah. You can do other things, right? Yeah. And so it's still valuable to have taken the class, right?
Yeah. As I say, the technology world is like huge by now. So, just taking just the intro class gives you like an idea of the the aspects of like coding and stuff like that. Like I think we built our own websites at one point.
Yep.
So that was pretty fun. But yeah, you really get like the in-depth view of like websites and stuff like that in that section, and also just how they built the website. I think, what did we use? JavaScript, or was it
HTML?
HTML.
Yep.
Okay. So, but yeah, it really gives you like an idea on how to code, and also just being able to build your own game. That was really fun again, but that took a long time.
Right, but the other thing is, right, so that's a half credit class, right? The Intro to Computer Science is a half credit class. So you're only meeting with us half the time. And the other thing is, I don't rush you guys, right? Like, we take our time, we do it right, we give you space to struggle and to ask for help and figure it out, and I want it to be a learning experience, not high pressure. Right?
Yeah.
So that's part of my teaching style.
Yeah. Design, off that, design thinking and prototyping. I'm taking that this year, so I haven't gotten like the full run through of like the things, but I know what we're doing in future times, and like right now we're still learning the tools and all the different tools in here. I think, how many tools do we have left?
I think we have one more set, so we're almost there.
Okay, so we're almost there
by the end of October.
Yeah. To building, what is it? The acoustic
speaker.
Acoustic speaker. Okay.
So the cool thing about that class is, by the time we're done this unit, you're going to have the confidence, or my goal is that you're going to have the confidence to walk into the lab and use any tool that you want, right? That you feel confident that, oh, I can pick this up, I know how to use it. So yes, we're taking a long time to do this, right? To go over all the tools, but that confidence that you can walk in and say, yes, I know how to use the bandsaw, I know how to use the jigsaws, I know how to use the miter saw, and I know how to do all these different things. And then I can give you a project that's like, go build it, right?
Yeah.
And that's, I think, more valuable than stepping you every step of the way. So.
Yeah. So, going into the 3D modeling.
Yep.
What's the end goal for like that section?
Right. So, the 3D modeling, our end product, we're going to 3D print. Last year I did a flash drive shroud. So you got to customize your own flash drive shroud. You could put your name on it. You could put designs on it. Literally whatever you want. That's the whole point. It's totally customizable because you control it, right? And then you print it out and you get to put it on a flash drive and keep it. So I'm big on like, here's a thing that you made, you get to take home, right?
Yeah.
That's it. It's important to me that you have that. And so the bigger picture here is that 3D modeling allows you to take your imagination, take your creativity, and represent it accurately on a computer, on a 2D plane, a computer, right, in three-dimensional space. You can edit that. But having that ability to say, oh, I want to build a thing with this geometry, and then having to actually do that is really important. We have to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been Blake with Mr. Horry, and I'll see you guys next time.
See you.
See ya.